to Stretching Samurai. My name is Patrick Gravel. Today I'm going to instruct you on how you use your own knowledge in weightlifting or bodybuilding to promote a healthy lower back. Now a lot of people ask me, I don't have all this knowledge, how can I go about choosing the right exercises in the gym? Now guys, the key is in one single step: thoracolumbar fascia strengthening. Now, in order to understand what we're going to be strengthening today, you need to understand why it's so important to strengthen these in kinesiology. Let's start by the erector spinae, okay? Now, a lot of people like to do Supermans on the floor, and they also like to do, let's say, bird dogs, right? So what it does when you do that, you promote erector spinae activation and also multifidus activation, which is basically a segmental stabilizer of your lower back. What do you get as well? You get a little bit of transverse abdominis. So the first one I would like you to consider is always do a bird dog or a Superman in your routine in order to strengthen the erector spinae and your lower back. Now, why are we doing that? It's very simple, guys. The erector spinae is like, imagine like a balloon, which is like very long, right? It's on the spine, and it prevents shearing between two vertebrae from going down, one up and one down, shearing that disc right in the middle. So if you stretch that lower back all the time, eventually you don't have any more support and you have some serious issues going in the disc. Now we don't want to do that, so you want to avoid that. So first exercise, guys, put a Superman or a bird dog, okay? Now, second exercise, planks. Front, side, and lateral planks. Call them what you want. It's very important to do planks. It's also nature's weight belt. It goes all around to the thoracolumbar fascia, preventing injury. Now, remember guys, if you're doing planks, I would highly recommend that you go see my video, 30-second stretch for neck, shoulders, and lower back, part 1, part 2, because you might need to loosen up the posterior exterior chain from between the shoulder blades in order to get the rib cage down to get a proper activation of the transverse abdominis. So that's the second thing. I'm going to ask you to do some planks, front, side, lateral, no matter how you want to do them. But make sure that you put the emphasis on the left side because it's also your weak side. Now, following up, the internal oblique. Now, this is an interesting muscle because it's between the transverse and the external oblique. And what it does, it's the antagonist of your diaphragm. Okay? So it's very important to strengthen those because not only is it attached to the 2/3 of your iliac crest, not only is it attached to ribs 10, 11, 12 right here, it's also attached to the thoracolumbar fascia. So in a way, it promotes a growth stabilizers that we all need and often is unused in the gym. If I were to recommend, I would highly recommend doing the left side of the internal oblique. And finally, we're going to talk about the Lat Smith Dorsi. Now, this is a very picky subject because we have a problem here. Since the Lat Smith Dorsi is attached to the humerus, oftentimes it's a medial rotator promoting impingement in the shoulder. So if you've got a tight lat, maybe I wouldn't recommend doing lat pull downs, or try doing the lat pull down in a different way. Instead of going with shoulder blade adduction, maybe go with a shoulder extension to get that same muscle part. So what would I recommend? I would highly recommend doing a reverse lat pull down right in front of you. You're going to promote all those great stabilizers in the back. Since the lat is the biggest muscle in the body, it actually attaches us to the thoracolumbar fascia, and oftentimes it will aid in taking out lower back pain. Now, a lot of people will say that there's contradictions on that. I agree. Oftentimes I tell people to stretch their lat, not strengthen it, but there are ways to strengthen a lat without promoting damage to your back. So in general, what did I just say? We had 4 muscles attached to the thoracolumbar fascia. Number 1, I would highly do a Superman or bird dog. That's number 1. Number 2, what are we going to do? We're going to do a front and side planks on each side to get the transverse, okay? Now, if you don't know how to bring the rib cage down, 30 seconds, shoulder, neck, and lower back to release the whole posterior exterior chain, to have the rib cage down to get proper activation of that transverse. Following up with internal obliques, I want you to do internal obliques to strengthen basically the left side, mostly, which is the weaker side. And finally, doing a reverse grip lat pull down, which is an awesome exercise. Orthopedically, it's sound, it's great, and at the same time, we're getting a little bit of bicep. And if you're going to do a lat pull down, remember, you need to pull with your elbows down and not with your hands. So basically, you're getting a great thoracic lumbar fascia workout. So I hope you like this video, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope this helps you a little bit more, and I will see you next time. Ciao.